Morning, folks. Last one for a few days. We'll have a little break. I haven't had a decent break for a couple of years, really. I sort of plough on, and I could do with a week off. My neck's really not really in a good place at the moment. But spare a thought for those in Florida with this hurricane coming down the coast. I've got a cousin in St. Petersburg, so spare a thought for her and all the other people that might lose their homes. Last time I had a hurricane down the Gulf Coast, it sucked all the water out of the bay, Tampa Bay, and they were dead scared that it was going to come back with a tidal wave, but it didn't, thankfully. So you Americans, let's pray for you. I hope you're all okay. I've got a lot of family in America. We've been to Florida 3 times. Fabulous. Never in the summer though, because autumn and spring, that's the time to go. And we've had some wonderful times to be with American friends. We went to one dinner at a golf club. That was very nice. Etc. And plenty of trips down Sarasota and Fort DeSoto, the wonderful beach there. Yeah, Viva for Florida. I've never been. We spent a night in Atlanta because we couldn't get a connection back from Tampa to get the connection back to London. I was in Atlanta, so we put up in a hotel about 4 o'clock in the morning. It was horrible. It was. We were tired. I think I was at Air France. We got no apology, nothing. Right, I'm going to stop moaning and give this. This is a bit of Fabriano. This is the paper I started with, thanks to Steve Cronin. It's a good old paper, but it's a practice paper. So the water stays on the surface rather longer than it does on the Saunders Waterford that I've been using. Saunders Waterford, £90. Do you want to make sure my hakes are sort of splitting now? Right, let's put a bit of raw sienna in. I didn't make a great job of the one I did yesterday. But it's better if I had an idea from the TV, but it never works really with me. You just do your own thing, make it up as you go along. That way you'll surprise yourself and you'll learn an awful lot. So it's okay. We'll put a bit of blue in that while it's wet. Ooh, right. Right, look at that. Get some light red in there. Oh, I know where that is. So I've put a good bit of water in my document bag. I'll put a little bit more of the light red in there. Now this paper stays open for a couple of minutes, in which time you can do your roughing in. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. I want to put some background, so I'm going to use this lovely medium hake. Had a busy day today. Apart from making the tea that we have in bed. But I cooked the breakfast, mowed the lawn, and last night it was quite dark, and backing up my car onto my drive, I knew I was going to do it. I hit the wall, but I hardly did any damage to the car because it was very slow. But I realised this morning that my near side reversing light doesn't seem to be working. Well, my mate next door will get it fixed. hope. But there's a little bit thicker than I have done. With the sort of this cloud colour. I tried to get my ends of these hills going up. Now that'll dry very, very light, and now the horizon's fairly horizontal, although I'm going to paint into it. So, cloud coming. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's put in a bit of burnt yellow. I like burnt yellow. Just a bit of background there. There we can do. Just want to take some of that out. Right, okay. We'll heavy up there. Got a bit of Payne's Grey, a bit of ultramarine. Touch of the yellow. Now I'm a hake user. I love the hakes, and I think if you've never tried them, I would recommend it. I've mixed a little bit of this cadmium light or cadmium light yellow, cadmium yellow light. I keep meaning to get some more of it. I've got a quarter of a tube left, but it's an amazing colour. But if you're painting into wet, you need much thicker paint, otherwise it'll just disappear. It's moving, it says flowing down, so we're getting that nice reflection. I'll go over some of this with some banks. I'm going back to basics with this one. Put a bit of sienna in there, some of these. Just had a little bit of interest. Right. Right, I'm going to just touch that bit of water, just let it wash down. I've got the board at a very, very flat, well not flat, but it's about 15 degrees, I would say, 10-15 degrees. So the paint will flow, and as the paper expands, now Saunders Waterford is much more expensive than this practice paper, but look what you can do with that. But you've got to make sure that you don't keep painting into it beyond a couple of minutes, because it will go like that. But we're going to cover that up. got to think out of foreground. What a bit of rough. So I've got this other hake, which my friend sent me from Hawaii. Just looking. This brush is this lovely hake came from Jackson's, the same as the Von Ransom hake. They're very, very similar, but this one's got a serrated edge to the bristles, and you can get some nice texture with it. So I'm going to just mix up some thicker paint. I will go in there like that, just. Look, it's this sort of ragged edge. Right, let's take some of the water out of it, and we'll go into these three colours, and see what I mean? The paint will largely stay where it is. Right, now I'm going into that background, so I'm just going to go over that. Right, okay, that'll do. Let's just come up there a little bit. Just the three colours, ultramarine, the yellow and Payne's grey. Now, we can right, well, just put a little inlet there. Bit of the old. Bit of a beach there. Look at that lovely green. It's so strong, it's an artist's quality. All this lovely 2-inch, well, it's a 45mm wide hake, so we just get that in there. Good bit of dark in there. Bit of Payne's grey just over the top. Now I'm just making this up, I'm just bashing it in as I go. Now we'll put another bit of a bank in coming in this side, but we won't take it above that, I don't think. Right, so with some grasses come across here. Alright, let's get that to the dark bit on there. The Payne's Grey and the ultramarine. Alright, get the other hake. So we just drag a little bit of that down. There we go. Right, maybe I will put a couple of pines up there, but I want to dry that first. It's quite dry there now, so I could, while the rest of it's drying off, I'll just put some voids in. There we go. Okay, can you just bear with me while I just try to dry it? If you just take your headphones off, and I'll just give it a few seconds of blowing, just so I can carry on. I don't want to edit the video. Right, okay, ready, go. Okay, that'll do. Go back to my normal hake. We'll just put in a bit of this, bit of that. That's not really dry. Don't matter. Alright, okay, that's a bit ropey, but get the small hake and we'll put it in the I want to get some of that colour back over here. It's a little bit dark. So I'll just put a yellow on it. Okay. Alright, I don't think we're going to do any more to that. Right, so a bit of tape. Does anybody have, like, if you're downloading videos to Facebook, which I will do with this one, why all of a sudden it doesn't carry through, it doesn't post a video, and something comes up, you've got to pin something. Now, I haven't got a clue what that means. I've been doing it on Facebook for 9 years. I'll put this one on. It's a bit small, but there we are. I really don't know. It's a blooming nuisance. And then eventually you open it up and you've downloaded it 3 times. So then you've got to start editing it out. So if anybody can give me any advice about this, I would appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you like this one, folks. It's a little bit different. A nice sort of storm coming in. Although, if I put a smaller mount on it, well, let's try some mounts, shall we? Let's try this old one here. That covers up a lot of the white bits at the edge, so that's probably very good. There's another one there. Oh, that's too small. So, my cat had a go at this some years ago, or some time ago anyway. Well, there we are. A Lakeland scene with a storm brewing storm. I won't say hurricane, but anyway, if you live in America and you're in danger, I wish you all the very best. We don't get that sort of thing in the UK, well, not very often. I say that like that. Okay, I'll clean up. That's it. That's it till I return. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye bye.